Welcome to my channel Value Old Coins Today. Videos is one you want to miss. We're diving into the world of coins, so let's get it started. The Elizabeth II, Australia, 1994. 5 cents coin represents not merely a small denomination of Australian currency, but a continuation of a numismatic tradition that reflects both the heritage of Australia's decimal monetary system and the enduring presence of Queen Elizabeth II as sovereign on Australian coinage. This particular coin, struck in the year 1994, carries with it layers of historical, cultural, and artistic significance. To appreciate the full scope of its importance, one must begin with the establishment of decimal currency in Australia, which officially replaced the pounds, shillings, and pence system on the 14th of February 1966. With decimalisation, the 5 cents coin was introduced as a direct replacement for the pre-decimal Australian sixpence, maintaining the same size and composition as its predecessor, thereby easing the transition for the public. The 1994 issue of the 5 cents coin maintains these dimensions and characteristics that have become familiar to Australians for decades. The obverse front of the 1994 5 cents coin features a portrait of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, the constitutional monarch of Australia at the time. The effigy used for this issue was designed by Raphael David Maclove, a British sculptor whose depiction of the Queen graced Australian coins from 1985 until 1998. In this portrait, Queen Elizabeth II is shown facing right, adorned with the George for state diadem, a richly decorated diamond crown featuring roses, shamrocks, and thistles representing England, Ireland, and Scotland respectively. The diadem is a notable item of royal regalia, often worn by queens for formal state occasions, including the annual state opening of Parliament. Maclove's effigy was distinctively elegant, intentionally designed to be more idealized and youthful than earlier effigies, capturing the Queen with a serene and stately expression. Surrounding the portrait is the legend Elizabeth II Australia 1994, inscribed in uppercase lettering, with Elizabeth positioned to the left and Australian 1994 to the right, framing the sovereign's image in a balanced composition. Turning to the reverse back of the coin, the design features an image of an Echidna tachyglossus, a culitus, one of Australia's most iconic native animals and a creature uniquely adapted to the country's diverse environments. The echidna, also known as the spiny anteater, is one of only 2 species of monotremes, egg-laying mammals found in Australia, the other being the platypus. The reverse design was created by Stuart Devlin, a renowned Australian-born goldsmith and jeweler, who was appointed as the official goldsmith and jeweler to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II in 1982. Devlin designed the reverse images for all of Australia's decimal coins introduced in 1956, each of which continues to be celebrated for its intricate detail and evocative representation of native wildlife. On the 5 cents coin, the echidna is depicted curled around itself with its body covered in spines, its small face and distinctive long snout visible in the center of the composition. The detailed rendering of the animal's fur, spines, and features, combined with the coin's relatively small size, showcases Devlin's masterful ability to convey rich detail in miniature form. Below the echidna, at the base of the design, is the numeral 5, denoting the denomination in cents, presented in a bold sans serif typeface that ensures immediate legibility. Despite the coin's modest dimensions, in terms of physical specifications, the 1994 5 cents coin was struck in copper-nickel cuney, an alloy composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This composition imparts durability, corrosion resistance, and a distinct silvery sheen, ensuring that the coins maintain their appearance and integrity in circulation over long periods. The coin measures 19.41 millimeters in diameter, has a thickness of 1.30 millimeters, and a mass of 2.83 grams. Its edge is plain smooth, a feature consistent across all Australian 5 cent coins since their introduction. These specifications mirror those of the pre-decimal sixpence, honoring the historical continuity between the older and newer currency systems. The Royal Australian Mint in Canberra was responsible for producing the 1994 5 cents coin, a facility established in 1965 as Australia's first national mint. Following the transfer of coin production responsibilities from the British Royal Mint, the Royal Australian Mint is renowned for its state-of-the-art coin production, including circulating coins, commemorative issues, and collector pieces. In 1994, the total mintage of 5 cents coins intended for general circulation reached 61,340,000, reflecting both the coin's essential role in everyday transactions and the need to replenish circulating coinage, due to wear and loss over time. No known significant varieties, errors, or mint mark distinctions have been widely recorded for this particular year. although collectors remain vigilant for minor die varieties or anomalies which sometimes escape into circulation. But in the wider context of Australian culture and commerce, the 5-cent coin, despite its small value, has played a practical and symbolic role. While inflation has steadily eroded the purchasing power of law-denomination coins, the 5-cent piece has persisted in circulation long. After the withdrawal of the 1 and 2-cent coins in 1992, the 1994 issue represents one of the years in which the coin remained an unremarkable but indispensable component of Australian pockets, tills, and piggy banks. Though discussions about the future of low-denomination coinage have emerged periodically, with calls for the withdrawal of the 5-cent coin due to its diminished purchasing power and production costs. It continues to be a legal tender denomination. As of the present, for numismatists and collectors, the 1994 5-cent coin holds modest but tangible interest. In circulated condition, the coin remains common and readily available, often commanding only face value or marginally above in bulk lots. However, high-grade examples, especially those achieving mint state MS66 or higher on the numismatic grading scale, are sought by those aiming to complete comprehensive date runs of Australian decimal coinage. Proof versions of the 5-cent coin, struck with specially prepared dies and polished planchettes for collectors, were also produced in 1994 as part of annual proof sets issued by the Royal Australian Mint. These proof coins exhibit mirrored fields and frosted reliefs, offering an aesthetically superior alternative to their business strike counterparts and are valued considerably higher within the collector market. The 1994 5-cent coin also forms part of a broader narrative in Australian numismatic, one that intertwines art, national identity, economic history, and the enduring presence of the British monarchy within Australia's constitutional framework. The Macloaf effigy, for instance, marked a departure from earlier, more formal portraits of the Queen, presenting her in a timeless, almost ethereal manner that was both respectful of tradition and suited to the modern age. Stuart Devlin's Echidna reverse design, meanwhile, continues to celebrate Australia's unique fauna and ecological heritage, reinforcing a sense of national pride and environmental awareness through everyday currency. The continued circulation of coins bearing the likeness of Queen Elizabeth II, decades after Australia's federation in 1901, also underscores the enduring ties between Australia and the British Crown, ties that remain culturally and constitutionally significant, if occasionally contested. In summary, the Elizabeth II Australia 1994 5-cent coin is a seemingly humble, yet richly layered artifact of Australian monetary history. It embodies the legacy of dismilization, the craftsmanship of artists like Raphael Macloaf and Stuart Devlin, and the practical necessities of commerce, while also reflecting broader themes of national identity, environmental pride, and constitutional monarchy. Whether jingling in a pocket, stashed in a drawer, or showcased in a collector's album, each coin carries with it a tangible connection to the social and historical currents of its time. As such, it remains a small but meaningful piece of Australia's numismatic and cultural tapestry. The Elizabeth II, Australia 2008 5-cent coin represents one of the final years of stability for this diminutive but historically and culturally rich coin before the final decade of Queen Elizabeth II's coinage. Though small in size and value, this coin carries within its surfaces the echoes of Australia's modern monetary history, its connection to the British Crown, and a celebration of the nation's unique wildlife. The 5-cent denomination, since its introduction during the momentous decimal changeover in 1956, has consistently maintained its place in Australian commerce, both as a physical medium of exchange and as a symbolic piece representing continuity within the nation's coinage system. By 2008, however, the 5-cent coin was increasingly coming under economic scrutiny due to rising production costs and its diminishing practical purchasing power. The decimal currency system was adopted in Australia on the 14th of February, 1966, a monumental date in the country's financial and cultural history. The new system replaced the complicated imperial currency structure of pounds, shillings, and pence with a simple decimal system, in which 100 cents equaled 1 Australian dollar. Among the initial denominations created for this modernized system was the 5-cent coin, which replaced the pre-decimal 6-pence coin. Interestingly, the new 5-cent coin mirrored its predecessor's physical dimensions, including weight and size, allowing for a smooth transition during the decimal changeover. This decision was practical as well as symbolic, reflecting Australia's cautious evolution from colonial monetary practices toward an independent financial identity. The 2008 issue of the 5-cent coin continued a long-standing tradition in its design, specifications, and composition. On its obverse side, the coin displayed the fourth definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II used on Australian coinage, the Ian Rank Broadley effigy, introduced in 1999 and remaining in use through to 2018. Rank Broadley's design was widely regarded for its realism and maturity, depicting the queen as an elder stateswoman rather than an idealized, youthful sovereign. This was a deliberate departure from the previous portraits by Arnold Machen and Raphael Mockloff, which tended to soften the monarch's appearance. In Rank Broadley's rendering, the queen is shown wearing the famous Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, a royal heirloom frequently worn in official Commonwealth imagery. The portrait captures Her Majesty's features with honesty and dignity, showing subtle details in facial lines and hair texture. Encircling this central portrait is the inscription Elizabeth to Australia 2008, rendered in a crisp, clear, modern sans serif font, marking both the monarch's name, the issuing country, and the year of minting. Turning to the reverse side, the 2008 5-cent coin proudly carried forward one of Australia's most iconic and beloved coin designs, the image of a short-beaked echidna, Tachyglossus echidna. This remarkable egg-laying mammal, native to Australia and a member of the rare monotreme order, which also includes the platypus, was immortalized on the 5-cent coin from the very first decimal issues in 1966. The reverse artwork was created by Stuart Devlin, Australia's official goldsmith and royal jeweler, whose contributions to Australian numismatics are immeasurable. Devlin's echidna design is stylized and symmetrical, with the animal depicted curled protectively into a spiky ball. Its long, slender snout, sharp claws, and radiating spines are rendered in fine detail, capturing both the physical characteristics and defensive posture of the echidna when threatened. Below this central motif, the numeral 5 appears prominently, denoting the denomination in a bold, sans serif font. The enduring use of the echidna reverse, unaltered from its 1966 origins, made the 5-cent coin the only current Australian decimal coin by 2008 to retain its original reverse design. This lent it a certain nostalgic value, symbolizing Australia's enduring appreciation for its distinctive native wildlife and the timeless appeal of Devlin's design work. The echidna, being a unique and iconic representative of Australian fauna, embodied the nation's commitment to preserving its natural heritage even in the everyday objects of commerce. From a technical and physical standpoint, the 5-cent coin maintained the same specifications established at the inception of the decimal currency system. It was struck from a durable and corrosion-resistant cupronical alloy, composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This composition was chosen for its silvery appearance, longevity, and suitability for high-volume coin production. The coin measured 19.41 millimeters in diameter, had a thickness of 1.30 millimeters, and weighed 2.83 grams. Its edge featured a traditional milled-reeded pattern, providing both aesthetic appeal and a practical anti-counterfeiting measure. The Royal Australian Mint, located in Canberra, served as the sole producer of the 2008 5-cent coin. Since its establishment in 1965, the Mint has been responsible for producing all Australian circulating coinage and a range of collector issues. In 2008, the Mint released not only standard circulation strikes of the 5-cent coin, but also proof and uncirculated mint sets for collectors. These collector versions were struck using specially polished dies and coin blanks, achieving high-quality finishes characterized by mirror-like fields and frosted reliefs. Regarding mintage figures, the 2008 5-cent coin saw a significant production run, reflecting its continued, albeit diminishing, role in Australian commerce. According to official records from the Royal Australian Mint, 59,060,000 5-cent coins were struck for circulation in 2008. This mintage level was substantial, though not among the highest in the denomination's history. It ensured widespread distribution across the country, with coins making their way into pockets, cash registers, and coin jars from Perth to Sydney and every locality in between. In addition to circulation strikes, proof versions were included in annual collector proof sets, which featured one specially struck 5-cent coin alongside other denominations from that year. Despite the high mintage, the 2008 5-cent coin holds interest for collectors, especially those pursuing complete year-date sets or high-grade, uncirculated examples. While no major errors or significant die varieties have been widely reported for this issue, coin enthusiasts occasionally seek examples with particularly sharp strikes, clean fields, and minimal bag marks. Collectors of decimal coinage appreciate the 2008 issue as part of the continuity of the Rank Broadley portrait years, a period that would later gain historical weight following Queen Elizabeth II's death in 2022. In a broader economic and cultural context, the 5-cent coin by 2008 was already facing increased scrutiny. The rising costs of raw materials and minting operations often meant that the cost of producing each 5-cent coin approached, or in some years even exceeded, its face value. Debates within the Australian government and economic forums began considering the potential withdrawal of low-denomination coins like the 5-cent piece, similar to the earlier discontinuation of the 1-cent and 2-cent coins in 1992. Nevertheless, The coin persisted in circulation, valued both for its practical use in cash transactions and for the nostalgic role it played in everyday Australian life. The cultural significance of the 5-cent coin in 2008 was also considerable. Many Australians associated the coin with childhood memories, saving handfuls of small change, purchasing sweets from corner shops, or using them in arcade machines and vending machines. The echidna design remained a beloved feature, reflecting national pride in the continent's unique and often peculiar wildlife. The continued use of Stuart Devlin's original artwork for over 4 decades spoke to its enduring popularity and the importance of continuity in national symbols. To conclude, the Elizabeth II, Australia, 2008, 5 cents coin stands as a testament to the enduring legacy of Australia's decimal coinage system. It represents the seamless blend of monarchic tradition, through the eon-rank broadleaf portrait, and national identity, through the timeless echidna reverse. Its technical resilience, consistent design, and high mintage ensured its continued presence in the nation's coinage landscape, even as societal trends increasingly favored cashless transactions. As both a circulating coin and a collectible item within proof and uncirculated sets, the 2008 issue maintained its importance to numismatists, historians, and everyday Australians alike. In the broader narrative of Australian coin history, this small, gleaming piece of cupronickel carried forward the stories of the past and present, a quiet but steadfast companion to the nation's economic and cultural life.